Hey everyone, it's Kayvon with Ascari Art. So I'm super excited today. I'm actually able to walk through my studio and kind of talk about this new painting that I've been working on. I've got a base coat of gray, and then I'm going with blue, purple, and gold. I'm not sure about the purple yet, but we'll see. Hopefully the Prussian blue shows through, and it's going to be exciting. You saw me earlier with painting the gray, and here's the first layer. Let me show you what this gray actually looks like with white. Here's the white, and here's what the canvas looks like. The camera plays a trick and thinks that the gray is actually white. But let's zoom in and you can kind of see the first layer of how I laid down the color. Basically what I did was I ended up from this side and drew a line all the way across, and then I used alcohol and started pushing this out. Let's see if you can kind of see the detail. And the Prussian blue is what I used, which is B39. And you can kind of see some of that violet coming out, and the purple coming out. And right now, the first layer, I'm not really worried about exactly how I want the first layer to look, but I just wanted to lay down, and then I start working in composition and detailing as I start adding more and more layers. There it is. You kind of zoom out so you can see the whole thing. So I do recommend using a mask in most cases when using alcohol ink. And I've got this bad boy here. It's a full respirator, so it keeps my lungs safe and my eyes safe, because the amount of alcohol that I use can result in, eye problems, dryness, cataracts, vision issues, breathing issues, lung issues, and also skin allergies. So, who would have thought 99% alcohol is that dangerous? But the fact that I'm using so much of it, the fumes can really hurt. So I am using nitrile gloves here, putting them on now. Rounded brush, and I like to use these larger brushes. They're just rounded, nicely sharp tipped.
Alright, let's get started. So we're going to put some alcohol in the bottom right corner, and the purpose of this is because I want to break up and start moving the alcohol, lift the alcohol ink off the canvas. Now what I like to do is I'm just going to fill my cup with a little bit of alcohol and just dip my brush in it, and this helps me create the lines in the direction that I want. So as the alcohol is there, so I'm adding little bits here at a time, and I think I'm good here. Now I'm thinking about possibly picking colors, so I wanted to kind of show you what my process is as I pick colors. So I've got all my swatches, and you can download these swatches from my blog. I've got a blog post there where you can download all of them. And I'm just putting the color down next to the other colors in the canvas because the gray canvas is so unique. I'm trying to find a color that would work. So I kind of picked out these 6 colors, and now I'm just, slowly eliminating them out as I look and compare. And I've narrowed it down to this blue-green, which is B39 by Copic. And I'm going to start with that first, and I'm pouring a little bit of alcohol and just kind of using the brush to guide it and direct it. Now you may not be able to see it, but there is a slight color change here from the dark blue, Prussian blue, to this blue-green from Copic. My camera, I'm not sure if it's really picking it up. Hopefully you can see it. All I'm doing is adding alcohol below it and to the left of it. And this is giving me the direction. It's lifting the alcohols for me to move it. Doing the same thing now. So, the advantage of having gloves is you can use your finger just to break up the alcohol off that canvas. So I'm doing that right now, and I'm using the blow dryer to just move the alcohol around. I'm adding a little bit more here because I want more pigment, or more dye, sorry, because alcohol ink doesn't have pigment, it's got dye. D-Y-E. So again, I love using the brush because it gives me the control that I need by drawing where I want for the alcohol to go. It's setting new pathways for the alcohol. And I'm not worried about the splash mark on the bottom right because that's just normal. So here what I'm doing is I just added a whole bunch of alcohol here because I want to disperse a little bit of that blue-green, and I went in and added more Prussian blue to intensify the concentration of blue. Now this is only the second layer, so there's going to be quite a few more changes, and I'm showing you how, how I work. Now this is sped up to 600% because I also don't want to bore you. Using the brush here, as you can see, I'm really using the brush to connect the lines to one another. So I'll see a line a couple inches away and I'll try to connect it with a brush. Here I'm adding a little bit more blue-green on the top, and I'm using my Giotto lens cleaner. You can get that from my Amazon affiliates link store down in the description below. Again, I love using the brush. It gives me that control that I want. Now, alcohol ink is obviously so difficult to control at times, especially on such a large medium, a large canvas like this. So out of the other colors that I chose was the Tim Holtz Courant color, which is a burgundy, rich burgundy into purple. And so that's the Tim Holtz Courant color. As you can see, with Tim Holtz, the dye is not as intense as the Copic colors. That's why the Copic colors are so expensive, the refills. It just takes more color, more alcohol ink from the Courant, from the Tim Holtz colors to get that intensity. And as you can see, I added quite a bit right there, just to make sure. Now, the idea is for me to kind of disperse this on either side and mix it a little into the blue. Now, I could mix it even more to make it more purple, but now I obviously don't want it to be too dark by mixing that Courant color with the blue, so I'll probably have to go back on the left and add more Courant. Now, it's just a trial and it's the second layer. Still not satisfied with the blue-green, so I'm just kind of spreading it out more, mixing it a little into the Courant. Now, here I'm having a lot of moisture. There's a lot of moisture in the air. It's giving me some interesting water droplet feel look. It's just a water droplet look. So I'm starting to see that more and more, and it's making it really difficult to work with, especially on canvas. So since I'm seeing all this moisture and the water droplets, I'm gonna decide to stop here and kind of show you the progress. Let's take a look. All right, so I wanted to kind of show you what humidity is doing right now. I think I'm gonna call it for the day until the humidity kind of slows down, or it rains and it's out of the air. As you can see here, this is the base layer. Again, I have a lot of work to do, but you can kind of see how some of it's kind of developing. I do have really nice a blue-green happening here. Now this may spread, this may stay concentrated. I'm going to try to get it to spread out to the edges. I do have back spray, but that's okay. That can be cleaned up. But as you can see here, let me zoom out so you can kind of make out the whole thing. You don't want to see my messy studio, but so this is kind of the effect that I've got. Hopefully you like it. But there are a lot of layers left, and I'm going to add gold too, because I think this will really make this piece pop. I may draw the gold in, I'm not sure yet, but I haven't decided yet. But there it is. So it's really hot, y'all. I'm sweating. I just took my mask off. I think this is good for video one. This is part one. Can't wait to show you the rest as we do the multiple layers. Hopefully you enjoyed my thought process behind how I'm painting, what I'm actually doing, and can't wait to add gold.
Can't wait to start layering even more and show you some of my brushwork. Ask any questions, I'll be there. So thank you for watching part 1. Excited to show you the rest. All right, take care. Bye.